Hello everybody, I'm Becky. Today we are in Perry, Florida, visiting the Forest Capitol Museum State Park. The museum celebrates the heritage of Florida's forest industry dating back to the early 1800s. The longleaf pines on the grounds provide a majestic canopy and enjoyable trail. Ranger-led tours are available during special events and upon request. 3 picnic pavilions, which seat up to 60 people, are available. Open Thursday through Monday, 9 to 12 and 1 to 5. Except Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's Day. Let's go in. Of course, it's lumber architecture. And then a cracker house over here. Florida crackers. Hands down, the coolest thing about this state park is the lumber architecture. Even the bathrooms were mind-blowingly beautiful and smelled amazing. There was interpretation about the different types of lumber used, like this information about Pecky cypress, this kind of holy cypress wood. And this artifact, a 3-foot by 16.5-foot board cut from virgin bald cypress from Polk County, used as a real estate sign. Now it is a precious object in this state park. Carvings, pine needle baskets, rosins, all kinds of turpentine products, pine cones, of course, as well as soaps, shampoos, extracts, products of the forest industry. And the museum itself, an octagonal, dome-topped wonder of gorgeous wood architecture. 1968. A wonderful replica of the Florida Cracker historic home from 1863 that is actually outside the museum, and you can walk around and inside of it. Really cool interpretation to have this model of it. It was moved onto the site. It wasn't originally built on the site of the museum. And plenty of interpretation about lumber industry products, gums, heptane resins, balsam, spruce gum, gum turpentine, gum rosin, logs, lumber, ties, veneer, bolts, mill waste. Now, the second coolest thing at this museum, besides the building itself, is this incredible 314 species of wooden map of the state by county, each county represented by a native plant. Incredible. That's where I'm from. That's where my parents live. I used to live there. I went to college there. My family lived here, and here, and here, and here. That's where I live now. That's where I go to the beach. And look at that. Toria. That only grows there. This is so cool. I want this. I want this real bad. What about the keys? Lignum vitae. Oh. This beautiful map alone is worth a pilgrimage for any adventurer of Florida. The museum lacks interpretation about black labor in the turpentine industry. Turpentining was one of those ways that white people managed to have slavery after emancipation, with forced labor for petty crimes. Next up, you can explore an old Florida cracker home from the 1860s, moved to the site in the 1970s. Deep, long awnings to keep the sun out of the house, lifted from the ground to allow breeze to pass through the house so that ideally your house will never be that much hotter than ambient temperature. And the separate kitchen and dining area. Because you know what? You gotta have a fire in a kitchen. And when your house is made of wood, you might as well just assume it's gonna burn. And at least it won't burn the rest of the house. Plus, outbuildings. This particular homestead had an outhouse, a pantry, a well, an arbor, a chicken pen, a barn, a cane grinder, as in a sugar cane grinder, a smokehouse, a syrup kettle, and a corn crib. But the corn crib seems to have collapsed. Okay, I love museums. It's no secret. I was a tour guide, but this place is really impressive. There's not a lot here, but what they have is really special. Like, there's not a lot of land here, but they have this whole cracker homestead. They have the beautiful museum building. The architecture is gorgeous, and it smells so good because it's all lumber. And the museum is well done for the most part. The picnic areas are nice, shady, and great. The pine trees are the best. Pine trees are my favorite tree. God, it just smells so good. It smells like pine trees and lumber. I would come back here. This is a really cool little state park museum.